On today's That Park Place News Countdown, Disney takes down yet another Splash Mountain icon. Netflix makes their saddest cancellation yet. Halloween Horror Nights hits a big milestone. A Star Trek writer struggles to define the words on track. The director of Deadpool 3 delivers some bad news, and major networks decide to keep beating that dead horse. All that on That Park Place. Hello and welcome to That Park Place. This is Jonas J. Campbell, and with me today is Vash. Vash, you haven't shaved for a while.
No, it's been I'm not Vash.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I misread my screen. This is Floral from Under a Rock. Or are you from Under a Rock?
Well, actually, do you really want to spend the time going for the backstory, or do you want to get to the stories?
Yeah, I kind of do want to get to the stories, the stories that cover entertainment, video games, streaming, and theme parks, of course. But are you doing well, Floral?
No, I'm doing okay. I'm plugging away, doing the things. My dryer broke the other day.
Oh, that's fascinating. I also see that you're actually next to a rock as opposed to under a rock. Do you go under that rock is that the rock from which you came? Well, anyways, let's get to all the news that should be fun.
Number 1.
Hello there, Vash Sky here with our next story, this time from Walt Disney World News Today. Brer Rabbit weather vane removed as Tiana's Bayou Adventure construction continues at the Magic Kingdom. The Brer Rabbit weather vane in the queue area of the former Splash Mountain attraction at Magic Kingdom has been removed as crews continue to transform it into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. You'll know, I'm sure, if you're a viewer of this channel, that, well, Splash Mountain is being completely taken apart, removed, and being replaced with a Tiana-themed attraction in the form of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This was one of the very last vestiges. Disney has a habit of honoring its previous attractions. We all had kind of assumed that maybe there might be small touches to signify the past. Apparently, there is not. The deconstruction of this moves forward, which is really, really kind of a sad thing. We'll see what they end up replacing it with. From what we understand, it won't quite have the same charm as Splash Mountain did, going from dozens of audio-animatronics down to only a handful. We'll have to see on this story, but will you be visiting the Magic Kingdom to see Tiana's Bayou Adventure when it actually opens? Please, go ahead and comment below. Let us know.
Number 2.
Hey folks, it is CC again for That Park Place, and I am here with a story that's inspired by The Hollywood Reporter's Alex Weprin. It's titled, Netflix Has Mailed Its Last DVD. And that's right, a day of great significance is come and gone. The days of that red envelope are all over. Netflix has officially set its DVD service riding off into the sunset, and for me, it's a sad moment. This physical media treasure, once a beloved fixture in households far and wide, will be remembered fondly. And in a fitting end, as this Hollywood Reporter story points out, those familiar red envelopes aren't going unnoticed in this farewell. Netflix has actually crafted a touching message on its Sunset Boulevard marquee billboard, spelling out DVDs will always be in our DNA, using DVDs in actual red envelopes. Now, these days, nostalgia also has its consumer side, and Netflix has a special treat for those of you who like to consume. It's a sleeping bag that transforms you into a human-sized red envelope. It's available for just $50, so you can tuck yourself in like a DVD. And as we bid adieu to Netflix in the mail and those telling red envelopes, what are your thoughts on this novel time frame? Is it okay to miss it, or is it so long and thanks for the memories? Let us know down in the comments section below.
Number 3.
This is Lorena of the Lorena Creole YouTube channel, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, the multi-evening passes for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Orlando are officially sold out. Coming to us from Universal Parks News today, frequent fear passes sold out for Halloween Horror Nights 32. Now, according to Halloween Horror Nights Twitter handle, humans' frequent fear passes for HHN 32 are now sold out for the remainder of the year, but don't fear, single night tickets are still available for select nights. Now, with the frequent fear pass, guests could attend Halloween Horror Nights 32 for up to 30 nights. And with the frequent fear plus pass, they could attend up to 40 nights. Your girl happens to have the frequent fear pass for 30 nights, and I am loving how many times I could go to Halloween Horror Nights with it.
Number 4.
Hey, I'm Floral from Under a Rock, and today we're reminded that J.J. Abrams probably has a don't compete clause in his multi-$100 million deal with Warner Brothers. But those who've been roped along to further destroy the franchise haven't given up hope at assaulting that franchise just one more time like a rat in a peanut butter factory. Today's article is from Gizmodo by Gordon Jackson and James Wetbrook. Lindsay Beer, the woman who plans to butcher Bambi and reanimate animal corpses in Pet Sematary, reassures folks it's still on track. But she needed to bail from that when she got a real opportunity with Pet Sematary. So, I put it to you. Why is anyone still talking about this zombie of a franchise? Ugh.
Number 5.
Hey there, everyone. Bounding into comics editor and old school X-Force fan Spencer Picculi here, and I unfortunately come bearing some bad news regarding director Sean Levy's approach to Deadpool 3. Levy, who many may know better as one of the lead producers on Netflix's Stranger Things, offered some troubling insight into his creative process while speaking to Slash Film about the Merc with a Mouse upcoming MCU debut. Reflecting on his filmmaking process, Levy told the outlet, quote, "I'm making Deadpool now. It's a huge Marvel movie co-starring Wolverine, and if I look at the totality of it, it might be intimidating. So I just figure out, what's the next shot? What's the next joke? What's the next moment in the scene?" End quote. Unfortunately for Levy, as evidenced by basically every live-action comic book production in the last 10 years, this growing trend among filmmakers to cobble together their projects instead of following a concrete game plan has led to a massive decline in quality across entertainment media, particularly in Disney's output. For examples, look at The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and perhaps most notoriously, Marvel's own Secret Invasion. All three made without a solid concrete filming plan, these productions are full of unnatural actor interactions, oddly edited scenes, and reactionary plot developments that are made specifically in response to social media criticisms. And of course, it is thanks to this apparent lack of care that fans, even those who don't know the technical details of filmmaking, feel put off by these productions. After all, why would they feel the need to invest their time and energy in a movie when it's apparent that the production team couldn't even be bothered to do the same? That said, I want to turn the question over to you. Do you think a Deadpool film should be written on the fly or approached with some semblance of a concrete direction? What effect do you think chopping up Deadpool 3's production will have on the final product? Let us know your thoughts.
Number 6.
Jonas J. Campbell here from That Park Place, and I'm here to tell you about a story from Variety. Apparently, they're bringing back those old vintage talk shows that used to be on the air. Do you remember that guy Stephen Colbert and the Jimmys? All those guys named Jimmy. They're bringing back all of them as a kind of a nostalgia variety tour. Apparently, they'll be airing these every night, and they'll have a selection of guest stars. I think it's really quaint that they've decided to go back to this old-fashioned idea. Thank you, Michael Schneider, for this article. I want to throw it out to our audience. Will you be watching any of these late-night television shows? Warming up by the campfire, maybe getting a toffee apple? Turning on the radio? Or do you think you'll be tuning into channels like That Park Place instead? Was this bit a little too mean-spirited? Let us know in the comments down below. All right, well, that was another great day here on That Park Place. If you enjoyed this, maybe you should think about hitting that like button. It sure does help us out, as well as subscribing if you're watching more of these in a row. We're thinking about expanding the channel a little bit with some long-form content. Floral, what do you think about long conversations with fuzzy people that are puppets?
I think that'd be wonderful, hearing what I got to say and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that is an invite for me, right?
No, it's actually for Wilton.
Oh, well, that sucks to be you then.
Do you have his
Joke's on you.
Do you have his number? I don't want to be weird, but
well, I do, but I mean,
you guys talk a lot, or?
Well, we do. I try to avoid them though, personally.
Until then, thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Ta-ta!
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com for all the news that should be fun. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.